Blackstone presents This Penis Business, a social activist memoir by Georganne Chapin with Echo Montgomery Garrett. This book is read by Judy Kirkwood. Introductory quotes. An activist is someone who cannot help but fight for something. That person is not usually motivated by a need for power or money or fame, but in fact is driven slightly mad by some injustice, some cruelty, some unfairness, so much so that he or she is compelled by some internal moral engine to act to make it better. Eve Ensler. My theory is that there is less indelicacy in speaking out your highest, deepest, tenderest emotions to the world at large than to almost any individual. You may be mistaken in the individual, but you cannot be mistaken in thinking that, somewhere among your fellow creatures, there is a heart that will receive yours into itself. Nathaniel Hawthorne. First, do no harm. Hippocratic Oath. End of introductory quotes. Preface. Over the past 2 decades, more people than I can count have asked me how I became involved in fighting against infant circumcision. How did I come to understand that the routine amputation of American baby boys' foreskins has lifelong consequences for everyone in that baby's orbit? The answer is that I paid attention. I listened, and I learned. In the beginning, my response required little thought because the answer seemed obvious. Well, it just makes no sense to cut off part of a newborn baby's body. Or I'd ask rhetorically, why is it okay to cut a boy's genitals but wrong to cut a girl's genitals? As time went on and I heard from more and more men of all ages who despaired their loss of foreskin, from mothers racked with guilt because they'd signed off on circumcision surgery and saw their babies return from the procedure spent and traumatized, and from fathers who said variations of, I thought my son should look like me, and my son suffered. Story after story alerted me to an undercurrent of sadness and regret in men who had been circumcised. Like so many other injustices, circumcision has a complicated history. Beginning with the Victorian era.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?